Hi everyone, it's Kara here from Boho and I am back today with a brand new bullet journal video. Yay! I want to keep this one short and sweet. This is all about my self-care tracker. Now this is a new tracker that I started back at the end of November. I started using this on my weekly spread to kind of keep track of taking care of myself, if that makes sense. So I think it's really important to focus on taking care of yourself. I think that when you do practice self-care, it helps you to take care of others as well. And that's always been a huge priority for me. And I'm a firm believer that you can't really help others unless you are helping yourself and you're on the straight and narrow first. So this has been a big thing for me. I wanted to start kind of keeping track and kind of seeing how some different aspects of my life affect one another. So that's kind of the concept behind this self-care tracker. And I get a lot of questions on it, and it's really very, very simple. So I'm going to kind of break it down here for you. I decided to track in 4 different categories. So I have my sleep, my mood, my overall mood for the day, my activity level, so exercise, things like that, and then my diet, if I'm eating well or not. So what I do is actually every evening during my evening planning routine that I go through, I come over here to my self-care tracker and I fill it out based on that day overall. So on Monday, I'll come in Monday evening and fill it in for Monday. Tuesday, I'll fill in for Tuesday, and so on and so forth throughout the week. So what you'll notice here is that I have a scale of 1 to 10 on the left-hand side. And what I like to do is my sleep, I actually track in hours. So that sleep line is the actual numbers of hours that I slept. So I slept 8 hours, 7 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. The rest of them are just on a gut scale of 1 to 10. So my mood that day, I felt phenomenal, so I marked that as a 10. My diet, I ate relatively well. I had a couple of hiccups there, so I ranked myself a 9. And then my activity, I was really, really active that day, so I marked myself a 7. And it really is that simple. That's how I measure and that's how I track on a weekly basis. What I love is at the end of the week when it's all filled out, you can kind of see how those lines correlated to each other. Like if you notice, my sleep and my activity are basically the same pattern. So it really hit home to me that when I get enough sleep, I'm more active. So the more sleep I get, the more active I am. And when I get less sleep, I'm less likely to be as active. Also, my mood also kind of correlates along that same zigzag, which was kind of cool to see. I'll show you another week just so you can see how they differ sometimes. This was another week here, and you'll see my sleep and activity didn't necessarily correlate too much that week, but it's kind of neat at the end of the week to come back and look and see what affected each other and how did I do overall for the week. All right, so flipping forward to current time, let's see, where are we? We are in December. No, we are in January. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is my next week. I actually just got done setting this up. Here, I'm going to move these to the side so you can really see what I'm doing. But I just got done setting this up for next week. So I have all of my appointments, my schedule, my current projects and everything, and then my self-care tracker right there in the top corner. Now I have decided, because there's been quite a few weeks where I've kind of dropped the ball and not really updated my self-care tracker as much as I would like to. So I've decided that for the month of February, I'm going to try the self-care tracker on a monthly scale. So I have a lot of success with spreads where I do it monthly. So if you'll notice, I've already set up February here, and I'm going to be doing a plan with me video for February soon to talk about all of this. But you'll notice all of my spreads are kind of monthly. This is the whole month. My gratitude log is going to be for the whole month. My tracker is going to be for the whole month. There's my time log. Everything is for the whole month. So what I really like to do is to set up all of my monthly spreads all together at the beginning of the month. That way when I sit down in the evening for my planning routine, I actually go through each of these pages and update what needs to be updated. Now, when that self-care tracker was on my weekly page, I found myself not always flipping back to that weekly page, whereas I always flip back to my monthly pages. So for February, I decided to include my self-care tracker on the same page as my habit tracker. So here I have my regular monthly tracker, and I kind of squished everything up to the very top of the page here so that I could fit in a 1 to 10 scale down here for my self-care tracker. So it's going to be the same principle. I've got my same colors for my categories. I'm still going to do the kind of dot line grid that I have been doing on my weekly, except for it's going to be the whole month at once. So I'm looking forward to kind of switching that up and seeing how it goes. But yeah, that's my self-care tracker in a nutshell. So I really just wanted to show that to you. I've been getting so many questions about it since I started it at the end of November. And for those of you curious, I just wanted to show you what pens I use, markers I use. I use these Tombow dual brush pens in my bullet journal pretty religiously now for all of my color. And I'm pretty lucky, I have the full set of these, the full 96 set, but I kind of went through and picked out a color palette, and you'll see that at the beginning of my notebook here. I kind of created my own color palette, and I have the numbers here. These are the numbers of the markers that I use. So all of the Tombow dual brush pens are numbered on the edge of the pen. Some of these are a little worn out because I use them all the time. But so I use that same color code throughout my bullet journal. And then for my self-care tracker, of course, I have an individual color code specifically for my self-care tracker. So that is it, y'all. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you back very, very soon. Up next is my Plan With Me February video on Friday. I can't wait. So I'll see y'all then. Bye.